Greetings, I'm Pearl John from Locus Management, and I'm delighted as we embark on a captivating journey through the book of Genesis, a journey that takes us to the very beginning of God's grand narrative. As we delve into the creation of the world and the tragic fall of humanity, we will not only uncover profound truths but also find these ancient narratives deeply relevant to our lives today. Through three key themes: the majesty of God's creation, the temptation and fall, and the hope in redemption, we will walk together through Genesis, gaining deeper insights. Firstly, the majesty of creation. In the opening chapters of Genesis, we encounter a majestic God who crafts a breathtaking universe. Let us explore this divine masterpiece that lays the foundation for everything that follows. The Creator's design. Genesis 1:1 declares, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth." Every stroke of creation showcases God's wisdom and beauty and intentionality. From the expanse of galaxies to the finest cell, we witness the fingerprints of a creator who delights in diversity. The crown of creation. The pinnacle of God's creative work is humanity. In His own image, the word says, God created us male and female to reflect His character and to be stewards of His creation. Our unique role is to cultivate, care for, and marvel at the work He has entrusted to us. And a divine rhythm. God's creation is marked by a rhythm of rest and work, mirroring the importance of rest in our lives. As we take cues from the Creator's design, we find both spiritual and physical renewal in observing Sabbath. Secondly, the temptation and fall. As we journey through Genesis, we encounter a shadow, a moment of choice that forever altered humanity's destiny. The serpent's deception. In Genesis 3, we meet the serpent who deceives Adam and Eve with the promise of knowledge and autonomy. As they eat from the forbidden fruit, humanity's innocence shatters and sin enters the world. And that clearly has a consequence. The consequence of disobedience is shame and fear and separation from God. In Genesis chapter 3 verses 16 to 19, we witness the far-reaching impact of humanity's rebellion. Yet, even in the midst of judgment, God's love and grace is amply evident. And thirdly, the hope of redemption. In the midst of judgment, God provides a glimmer of hope. Genesis 3:15 reveals the promise of a future Savior, the seed of the woman who will crush the serpent's head. This promise points us towards God's ultimate plan for redemption through Jesus Christ. And finally, the hope in redemption. Despite the fall, Genesis unveils the thread of hope, a promise that God's redemptive plan would one day restore what was lost. And this is amply evident across the scriptures. God's covenant with Noah, to start with, in Genesis 8 and 9, we witness God's covenant with Noah, a rainbow signifying His promise never to destroy the earth with flood again. The covenant foreshadows God's enduring faithfulness and points us to the ultimate covenant of salvation through Christ. And then the call of Abraham in Genesis 12, where Abraham was called out by God to be the father of a great nation. And through Abraham's lineage, God's plan for redemption advances, a plan that culminates in the birth of Jesus. And that foreshadows redemption. The story of Joseph beginning in Genesis 37 showcases how God uses even the darkest of circumstances for the good of Joseph. Marked by betrayal and reconciliation, it foreshadows Christ's redemptive work. As we journey through Genesis, we witness the splendor of creation, the tragedy of the fall, and the hope of redemption. And these ancient narratives are not mere historical accounts, but foundational truths that shape our understanding of God, humanity, and the world around us. Let us grasp the relevance of these narratives, understanding that just as God's creative power was unleashed in the beginning, His redemptive power continues to work in and through us. May our exploration of Genesis lead us to deeper appreciation of God's wisdom, a greater awareness of our need for redemption, and a stronger anticipation of the Savior who fulfills God's promises. As we navigate the chapters of this book, let us open our hearts to the transformation that comes from encountering the Creator, the Redeemer, the Sustainer of all things. This is Pearl John signing off The Other 167. Keep watching The Other 167 as we continue the series next week. Until then, have a wonderful week and God bless.